Hello and welcome to ArkDesign.ai. Today we are going to recreate the 2024 Sarah National AI Award-winning project, designed by Shai Ulster, managing partner at GF55 Architects, a leading New York-based firm. Diti Ayalon, founder and CEO of ArkDesign.ai, will guide you through this three-part crash course tutorial.
Hi everyone, I'm Diti, and welcome to ArkDesign.ai, your feasibility tool for multi-family and mixed-use projects in the United States. Now let's start today with a project that you can follow me and create the same project, and by doing that you will master the Ark app within very short time. So let's start. So this is the Ark app, and let's start from creating a new project on the home screen. Start a new project, Imperial. Let's call it East 33rd Street. And this project was initially designed by GF55 Architects in New York City. Now in this screen, let's select the interior lot. It can be totally edited later in this lot editor screen. So we're doing 110 long street wall, and let's add adjacent building on the side lot lines. You can also create different heights and width, but we'll just go for the 50 feet. And we can also insert that it's actually 33rd Street. So East 33rd Street in Manhattan, and let's continue. So the system will offer us some shapes and lengths, and let's always think, when we're doing that, let's always think of this dimension, the depth of the building. And for double-loaded corridor, we should always be between 50 to 75 feet depth. So we would like just a regular rectangle, and the length of the street wall of this building will be 91 feet. And let's grab it and actually move it to the other side. So we'll have 19 feet side yard and a 66 depth building within the 50 to 75 feet range. So we're fine. And let's continue. Now let's think of the typical floor only. Let's not do the setback, just let's concentrate on the typical floor, because that's the most important floor for us. And we like the scissor stairs, and I think for this building, the system will show us many options, and sometimes it will offer us blank templates if we're not within the ranges of what I mentioned, the depth of the building. But I think we need 3 elevators, and none of them is really the right one, but let's just generate the building and edit it in the floor editor screen. So generate the building. We're having the building already generated, and now let's edit our typical floor. So actually, I would like to move the elevator to this side and the staircase to this side. And you can totally edit whatever you want. Clicking on the doors, we'll move the doors, and we can move the elevators. So this building, usually what the system will offer us would be that the corridor will be in the middle. But because we're of the depth of the building, but because we need a setback from the street wall, 10 feet setback, then I think it's better for us to measure 33 feet. So let's create a dimension here, and we'll do 33 feet. So it wouldn't be exactly in the middle. And let's stop that. And now let's move our corridor. Let's move it. We need 6 feet corridor because it's including the mid-wall to mid-wall, so it's actually 5 feet corridor. And I think we're fine to move also the elevators to touch exactly the corridor. And we can add, if we're getting the blank template, you can always add a corridor. In this case, we're having all the components that we need, but we would like to add actually the Otis elevator. So let's add the third elevator. Why didn't add? Let's add elevator, Otis, and add it here. Great. And now we can do our AI plan. So we're clicking on the AI generate area and then on the AI generate button, we can insert the unit mix that we would like to have. And we have 18 rooms, window walls at the back and front to play with. So 18 rooms, so we can insert the percentage. So let's do that. We would like to have 75% one bedrooms. Let's do 20% and then 5% twos. And let's see what's the unit mix that we're having. But we would like to also have another 2-bedroom. So I think it's enough for us to have 5 one-bedrooms, 1 2-bedroom, and 2 studios for our unit mix for the typical floor. So once we're having that, let's start to try to generate the plans and see what the AI will give us. That can take a moment, and we have to think if we like this design or if we would like to change it. I actually like, I think, this one. None of them is exactly what we're looking for because we're creating something that was already created by GF55. So let's move to have 2 studios here, and we would like them to have, let's say, I think 16 feet depth for both studios. And we would like to have this wall moved. So push and pull your walls just so you guys can have the exact unit mix that you would like to have. So this is a 1-bedroom, and let's have another push and pull. Let's have also the dimensions of 1-bedrooms and another 1-bedroom here. And I think this one would be a 2-bedroom. So now we can regenerate the unit. So if we would like, this is the regenerate icon. And now we're regenerating, and we can have 2-bedroom unit here. This should be okay for 1-bedroom. And let's optimize this one instead of a studio. I think we can have 1-bedrooms. And I think we're okay. Let's go to the section and look at our building information and see. We made 40 units. And this is the unit mix, the net, the gross, the core and corridor areas, and this is our efficiency. And now let's continue to design our first floor. So create ground floor. Let's click on the ground floor, and our design is ground floor. Now the ground floor will be mostly commercial. So let's erase all the dwelling units, but by selecting the dwelling units area and holding the control key, and now we can erase all of these. Let's create a small push and pull and create a small lobby, and then the rest can be actually commercial area. So let's create maybe a mail room here, and let's call it, click on the area, and now we can change it to storage and call it a mail room. And then let's change all of this area to commercial retail. And let's go back to our section. And now we're having 2 types of floors. We're having the first and then the typical. Now, if we go back to design the first floor, you can actually push and have it covering the all until the rear lot line covering almost the all lot depth. Now let's continue to design our other residential floors.